Welcome to another episode of Beyond Her Story on Wonder Woman Wednesday. Today we have with us Raksha Kapoor. Raksha started her career at Goldman Sachs and is now a business owner. We'll have this conversation to find out how did that transition happen. So welcome Raksha to Beyond Her Story.
Thank you so much, Neha. Lovely to be here.
We'll start with your career at Goldman Sachs. I think you've done an MBA in marketing and finance, and I'm sure that's how your journey at Goldman Sachs started.
In fact, it was before I did MBA.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
I finished, after I completed my term at Goldman is when I did MBA.
Okay.
And those concepts made more sense after a corporate experience.
Okay. Now we know that you're a business owner at Paper Play, and it's all about digital marketing, the trending word
Yes.
that we hear nowadays. So how did that start for you?
So right from my degree days, I have always loved marketing because it is to do with psychology. It is to do with how people consume a piece of information.
True.
And brands can kind of manipulate. I'm not saying it in the negative connotation,
Yeah.
but it can be tailored to how the consumers want to see it and how they best consume it.
Okay.
So it is a mind game in a very creative manner.
Yeah.
So that always sort of appealed to me. And even, I think offline marketing was where we started studying.
Okay.
Digital was still a very new thing when I was studying theoretically.
Okay.
So that appealed a lot, right? So in my degree, I have also done marketing as my
Correct.
major. But yes, I took a detour into a finance sector, worked for Goldman Sachs, which was completely finance. But then got back to marketing. I did my internship in digital marketing itself, and that was my introduction. But invariably, as and when social media channels started to arise, platforms started to arise, it seemed like a very easy transition. And
Okay.
I always knew that I wanted to do something in the digital space.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. And I think in today's world, it makes so much more sense, right?
Absolutely. I think it's so relevant for brands because unlike your magazines or newspapers or hoardings, your social media is a very nice, fluid platform where
Yeah.
you can give lots of perspectives to your brand.
Correct.
You can show behind the scenes. You can show how packaging is happening. You can show what a fun team you are.
Correct.
There is elaborate narratives that can be portrayed on social media platforms that makes this entire ecosystem so adaptable.
Yeah.
And I think we have the capability to actually stretch, like say you've added a new product line.
Yeah.
I think before it was harder. You had to throw a party, there's a launch, there is all that. But today you can see that it's so organically being blended into your digital marketing
Correct.
strategies.
Yeah.
So I think digital space has a lot to offer and every brand should utilize it to the maximum.
Yeah. So based on your experience, what do you think? Are brands aware that digital marketing is a part that they need to participate in, or does it still take time for you to convince your customers?
Great question. So there is still a little bit of apprehension about digital and the power of digital. The key thing is to be consistent.
Yeah.
Right? As brand owners, see, my company itself, we are also a startup.
Yeah.
And I know that every day you are kind of battling, you're doing your sales, you're doing your HR, you are your accountant, you are your marketing person, you are
Correct.
everything.
Yeah.
So somewhere in that scheme of things, digital marketing does take a beating for
Correct.
a lot of businesses.
Correct. Yeah.
And staying consistent becomes very difficult, and that is a known fact.
Correct.
So agencies like ours is there to help these brands. But yes, it comes with a cost. But this cost should not be looked at as a kharcha, like
Yeah,
it's not
correct.
an expenditure, but it's an investment.
Yeah.
Because brand building does not happen in 1 or 2 days
Correct.
or 1 or 2 months.
Yeah. Definitely takes
It
time.
it's a long process.
Yeah.
You need to build it over time, and it takes a lot of effort to put together a digital strategy and make it work for you.
Yeah.
So I think we do meet some dead ends when it comes to some people, but now by and large most people understand it and they are adopting and they are coming onto digital platforms. So yes, we are in a good space, I would say.
Okay. Raksha, can you tell us more about the services that you offer at Paper Play? Because, when you say digital marketing, it's a very broad term.
Correct.
And a lot of people are not aware of what are the things that can actually help them and what are the aspects that, digital marketing encompasses.
Correct. It's a great question, actually, just because digital marketing is an ocean by itself.
Yeah.
And there are so many verticals within that. I think digital marketing is loosely how we recognize ourselves, but we primarily are social media marketing specialists
Okay.
or content strategists, as we want to put it.
Yes.
We are also brand strategists, because your branding gives the identity for your brand. Like,
Correct.
that is what sort of sets apart you from the rest. You have an identity, and we bring that on the social media platforms.
Awesome. Yeah.
Right? So in terms of offerings, we have our end-to-end social media marketing, where we start from competitor analysis to analyzing your brand and to say, where do you need to position yourself in your ecosystem, in your industry. Then we come up with social media calendars based on your brand identity.
Okay.
And that calendar is shared with you. We have extensive communication with the brand owners to understand whether the calendar that we have devised is in line with what they think for their brand. After that, we execute on the content of the calendar.
Okay.
So we go through photo shoots and video shoots. We have our teams that we work with. So we create reels and posts and stories and the formats of social media.
Yeah.
After that, we also take care of the execution.
Okay.
We post the content, we write the captions, we write the hashtags, and we take care of the posting activity. And we also do analytics of how the posts are doing.
Okay.
Okay. After that, based on that analytics is when we devise the plan for the following month.
Okay.
Because every month your audience behaves differently.
Correct. Yeah.
So we want to keep up with the trends, and we monitor it like that. So that's the first offering. We do graphic design, your festive wishes, your posters, etc.
Okay.
We do that as an offering. We do photo and video shoots exclusively for products, because we are very good at styling.
Okay.
And this is only for digital consumption. We do not do anything else. This is for digital consumption. We make reels and do photo shoots.
Okay.
For social media consumption and for websites primarily.
Okay.
And then the last is content writing. Yes, there is a diminishing requirement with your AI coming into play.
Correct.
But there are some areas that still require some human intervention, and that's where we come to play.
Correct.
We do content writing as well.
Oh, wow. I think basically your focus is on social media and content,
Yes.
right? And the brand building.
Yes. Brand building is our focus, because I think branding is here to stay.
Yes, definitely.
It builds over time. So we are also now divulging into LinkedIn.
Okay. Raksha, we all know that, nowadays a lot of brand owners are creating, business owners are creating their reels, and videos become a part and parcel of everyone, no matter, if you are a content creator or a business owner, that is the need of the day.
Correct.
So what are your thoughts on this?
I think videos are a great way of communicating things, right?
True.
It allows you to talk, it allows you to emote, and there's such a connect when it comes to videos. So right now, Reels are doing very well. It's a very engaging format, because of which we now have an exclusive space.
Oh.
So I'm very happy to announce that we have a small space in NR Colony where business owners, brands can come and shoot their marketing collaterals and content.
Yeah.
It is exclusively for video, because we have enabled the entire space to match for a good video output.
Wow. Amazing.
Yes. So I think it's going to be good for podcasts.
Yeah.
It's going to be great for educative content. It's going to be great for monologues where people want to deliver about their brands.
Yeah.
So it has got a lot of opportunity there.
Wow. So this is in Bangalore, NR Colony in Bangalore, right?
Correct.
Amazing.
And we are going to make a lot of noise on social media soon.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yes.
And we know that, nowadays everyone is looking for a space. Not everyone can shoot in the space that they have.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of need to be in these spaces. So it gives you a professional look and feel for the content that you're creating.
Absolutely. So when we started to do this is when we realized that there are so many nuances to a video.
Yeah.
Right? So there is the right lighting, there is the right audio. So our space is completely soundproofed.
Yeah.
So there's no echo, there's clarity of voice. So we are also looking at artists coming and doing some sort of demonstration. I know it's not a recording studio, it's
Yeah.
a different genre, but they can come and sort of do educative content on art because we are soundproofed.
Awesome.
And we have aesthetics. It's a beautiful space. So yes, looking forward to having a lot of good creative work happening there.
Amazing. All the best to you, Raksha.
Thank you so much.
Raksha, we have covered the business part of your journey in life, but I know that there are a lot of things that you do apart from being a business owner, and you are a Vidwat in Bharatanatyam,
Yes.
and you also run your own classes.
Yes.
So, how did that happen in terms of, did you learn from your childhood, or was there a phase which gave you an opening to learn Bharatanatyam?
Sneha, I have to tell you that I am very fortunate that I come from an artistic family.
Awesome.
My mother is a musician, my dad is an artist. So very early on, I got an introduction into the world of arts. So I think it was a very natural thing for me to take on to something.
Okay.
So my mom wanted me to be a singer because I have done classes with her, I can sing. And my dad thought I'll be an artist because I can draw. I get it from their
Both,
genetics.
yeah.
But my mom sang at her friend's dance recital that the musician backed out last minute.
Correct. Okay.
And she happened to sing and I was with her. And dance really sort of attracted me so much. I was in awe of Bharatanatyam. And that's when I started. I started very early in my life.
Okay.
It's been very long, and I think it more than being of course it's a performing art and everything, but it gives you a spiritual satisfaction.
Yes.
Because I think most dancers can relate. We may be sitting, but we are dancing in our minds.
Okay.
And it is very relaxing.
Yeah.
So even this morning when I was driving, I play compositions, and in my head I'm driving, and when you get out of the car, you get out refreshed.
Yeah.
And not stressed because of Bangalore traffic. So art has a lot of contribution in my life, and it will always remain. And I'm very fortunate. I'm still keeping in touch. And I'm, like I said, I'm very fortunate that I'm also married into a family who are very supportive of it.
Awesome.
So even after my
That's
child was
important.
born, I wrote my exams after my son was born.
Okay.
So it has been a great journey. I know I'll continue. I think dance will be an eternal part of my life.
I think one way of making sure it's an eternal part of your life is conducting classes.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you have to prepare, no?
Yeah.
When so many students are waiting and depending on you to learn an art form, you invariably sort of keep yourself updated.
Yeah, very true.
So it's a great way of keeping in touch and keeping abreast with it.
Yeah. So, Raksha, one is dance, and I also know that you're a fitness enthusiast.
Yeah.
I mean, dance is a part of
Correct.
it, but I know apart from that, you still focus on fitness.
Yes.
So, did that start because you wanted to, you had that feeling of being fit right from beginning, or what was it that took you into that journey?
I don't think there was one instance as such.
Okay.
But I always thought, moving and staying active is always good for you.
Yeah. True.
It was a theory that started off like that. But then I thought, okay, it will supplement my dance.
Yeah.
And then it came to become something that is a very, very happy thing for me. When I go to the gym, when you sweat it out, you come out a happier person.
Yeah.
Right? So it keeps me sane. My mental health is in check if I'm working out. I've met great set of trainers in my life. And, the gym that I work out right now, it's called Barbell House. And Nataraj is the person who trains. But then he actually changed my perspective to fitness. So that's something that's very, very important to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a big part of who I am. I watch what I eat. Most people around me know that about me, I think. So yeah, that is a big part of who I am, and I encourage everybody to do so.
Yeah.
I think it is a very important part of your life.
Correct.
To go move around, sweat it out, do some form of exercise. You don't know how it is impacting you unless you start doing it.
Yeah, very true. And like they always say, right, movement should be an integral part of your life.
Absolutely. Especially for women.
Yeah.
Especially for women, I think it's a very important aspect of lives. In fact, if anything, they should prioritize their health because I think when we are okay, everything else is okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And there are so many myths about it, no? There are these things, I have got a lot like, you're married now, you have a child, why do you have to look slim? It's not about the looks.
Yeah, correct.
I think it adds, one is good health is
Yeah.
always good. Two, it adds to your personality and confidence,
Correct.
right? It's very important to feel good.
Yeah. I think mental health is what comes into the picture when you
Finance.
say,
Absolutely.
when you talk about feeling good.
Absolutely. Please prioritize your health. That's one message that I want to give everybody.
Yeah. So, Raksha, we've seen you being a business owner, you're starting your own studio. Now you're into dance, you're into fitness, and you're also a mom.
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, women, we know that, we try to balance a lot of things and we are trying to multitask. How has that been for you? Like work-life balance, what people normally call. How have you been able to manage that?
I think that comes with a lot of support from family, right? I have a great support system. And every day we wake up thinking of how can we do better.
Yeah.
My family is like that.
Okay.
Say I get a call from my dad or my mom, or my husband wakes up and talks to me about the day. We are always on the growth trajectory. I think surrounding yourself with people like that, by God's grace, I have people like that in my life.
Yeah.
Plus I have friends who are like that. I think it doesn't seem like juggling. When you list it down is when it seems like, oh, I'm doing this, but otherwise I think it's very natural part of my life, because I have people around me who are constantly motivating and inspiring me. People like you. You also do so many things. I know, Sneha,
Yeah.
that, when you look at someone else and you're like, okay, that's great, I can do more. You
Yeah.
push yourself harder.
Correct. Very true.
You realize what is priority and what not to do. I think every day is a learning process also.
Yeah.
I do not promote hustle culture.
Yeah.
I'm someone who thinks you need to rest it out when you need to. You
Yeah.
don't have to bust yourself out and sort of wake up in the night. Health is priority. Keeping a positive mindset is a priority. And then go out and achieve what you want to. So I think that's about, I really don't dissect it and
Yeah, understood.
think about it.
Yeah.
But I think motherhood has been my favorite role so far.
Very
It's
nice.
so gratifying.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Raksha. I think this was a wonderful conversation. We learned a lot about what you do and the myths surrounding digital marketing, because, there are so
Yeah.
many things going around. So until you hear from the expert, I think you always have that doubt at the back of your mind, which I'm sure a lot of viewers would have,
Yeah.
got a clear idea about it. And thank you so much for spreading so much positivity in this
you.
conversation. It's been an amazing conversation.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And yes, digital marketing, yes, there are a lot of myths. I think people can feel free to get in touch with either of
Yeah.
us to put them through to me,
Yeah.
because there's also the biggest myth that it's expensive.
Yeah.
So we can bust that for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sneha.
So we'll leave the link to your Instagram
Yeah.
and LinkedIn.
Yes,
So in case people want to reach out to you,
absolutely.
what about Bharatanatyam classes? If anyone wants to get
Same
it-
link.
Same link. Okay. Good to know. So we'll
Yes.
leave the links and people can get in
Yes.
touch with you.
Thank you so much, Sneha.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Raksha.
you.